Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video I want to talk Lance Stroll. I really believe and I strongly believe this guy does not want to be in Formula 1 anymore. He's got no passion, no motivation, no drive. His body language is the worst I've ever seen of any driver. Yeah, he is very lucky to be a Formula 1 driver. He's paid millions to do a bad job. I mean, he's literally got the perfect job. His dad pays for his success, even though he's not had much success. I mean, it's literally a dream job. Your dad pays for everything. You're in Formula 1. You've got a seat for life. But he comes across as literally a rich, spoilt kid. Because his motivation, his attitude, his energy, it's just not there. You want to see more by Lance. He had a poor 2024. 24 races, 24 points, and finished 13th in the drivers, which was shocking. But I fully believe, and this is just my opinion, I fully believe this guy doesn't want to be in Formula 1 anymore. And I believe 2025 will be his last season, and Aston Martin get that serial winner in to dominate the sport. Stroll's last season in 2025, his contract is up. I think this will be his last season in Formula 1. And I believe he'll go and do rallying. We've seen last month Lance Stroll has been doing private rally tests. He's been in a Citroen round Portugal. And I believe that's where he could end up. David Croft, Sky Sports F1 commentator, has said that Lance wants to do tennis. He's a really good tennis player. But Lance Stroll has squashed them rumours. But yeah, I fully believe Lance Stroll does not want to be in F1. I think he'd be actually happy to be away from Formula 1. He's not got it. He's ridiculed week in, week out. I mean, you take the Brazil incident, for example. It's embarrassing. It's humiliation in front of millions. This guy is a national embarrassment to Canada. I mean, it's embarrassing for Canada. Canada, huge country. And this is the best you can produce. It's laughable. And it makes Canada look a laughingstock that this is the best you can produce. You have to say it how you see it. This guy is not good enough. He should have been out 5 years ago. And yet he's still here conning a living. And he is conning a living. It's a nice line I like to use. But he's absolutely robbing a living. He's getting paid millions to do a poor job and score 24 points from 24 races. Averaging a point a race. Come on, do me a favour. But yeah, I do believe that he wants out, Lance Stroll. He's ridiculed week in, week out. It's humiliating for Lance Stroll. He shows brilliance like once every 5 years. I mean, the pole lap at Turkey is his highlight in Formula 1. He's got 3 podiums. But yeah, when was the last time we saw Lance brilliance? When was it? Because I am struggling to think. I mean, 2023, the Aston Martin was good. Alonso racked off 8 or 9 podiums. Lance didn't get one. And I have to question his motivation. Day 3 of testing, he pulled out because he was ill. Now, is that a genuine illness? This guy has drove with a broken hand at the same track, by the way, Bahrain, and finished a respectable 6th. And that was fantastic to see Lance driving through the pain barrier. So I do question whether he was ill on testing. Yeah, Lance Stroll has to go. For himself and every F1 fan, he has to go. He's never winning a race. He's never world champion. He's just makes up the numbers. He is literally a paid driver. Yeah, I see no passion. I see no energy. He looks bored like every interview. As a F1 driver, you know you don't just drive the car, you have to do the bullshit which is the media. So that is part of being an F1 driver. You need to be media trained, you know. But every answer, Lance, how was your qualifying? Good. Or, are you looking forward to the race? Yeah. I mean, it's just bored. He's bored. It's boring. There's no personality. Like a wet paper bag has got more about them, more fire in the belly. Yeah, and MBS wants this. He wants these drivers to be robotic. Lance Stroll is robotic with his answers. Short answers in the media. Has a passion for rally. He's been seen doing rally in the Citroen at Portugal, so maybe that will be his next step. We see Formula 1 drivers who are not good enough. They end up in Formula E, which is a bag of shit, or World Endurance. Yeah. Crofty claims he wants to do tennis, but that was squashed. I mean, 2024, 24 races, 24 points. He was beaten by Gasly in the Alpine, Hulkenberg in the Haas, and 1-1 in the Racing Bulls. And Lance Stroll's got a miles better car than any of them. So, yeah. I think this will be his last season, and then he pursues maybe going to rally. It's time now. It's time. What's this? His 8th season? 9th season? Wow. 9 seasons, 8 seasons in F1. It's a disgrace, man. The icing on the cake was last year. Formation lap, Brazil, goes off. Lance, just please use your noggin now. Just drive up the path, reverse up the path, and come back to the pits and have a maybe an insane result. It was wet, it was unpredictable, it was changeable conditions. You could have come back through the field. We saw Max do it. Of course, you're not on Max's level, but to be fair, you are quite good in the wetlands. So, yeah, I give him some credit. He's pretty decent in the wet as Lance. But yeah, common sense, just drives into wet gravel and gets beached. And you think that's bad enough? Humiliated in front of millions, thousands, you know. The Brazilian fans start trying in Drogovic at him, who should be raging, by the way. He should be in that Aston Martin. He's won the F2 title, and what's his reward? To sit on the sideline year after year after year as Lance Stroll scores 24 points in a season. Yeah, he doesn't want to be here. He's got nothing about him. Like, there's nothing there. There's no fire, there's no energy, there's no passion, there's no drive. He's got to go. He has to go. He has to go now. Hopefully Lawrence Stroll grows a set of bollocks, sacks his son. This has to be his last season. If Aston Martin go with Alonso and Stroll for 2026, new regulations, just kiss it goodbye. All that money invested, a new campus at Silverstone, it will be wasted. They have to keep Alonso and then go and get a Max or someone, a big, massive name. Comment down below your thoughts. I think Lance Stroll doesn't want to be here. He's done. He's absolutely done in F1. Yeah, and I honestly don't believe he was ill when he pulled out of testing. I really don't. And I've seen rumours today Alonso has blamed Lance Stroll for the lack of pace in the Aston Martin. So, yeah, get rid of him.